A Beebe family is demanding answers. The parents say they've pushed for the truth, requesting surveillance video and accountability. But weeks later, they tell us they still don't know how the district handled the case.
I wouldn't have sent her to that school if I would have known that they weren't going to protect her the way that they said they were going to.
It all began in the family kitchen on the evening of August the 27th. A little girl, just 10 years old, quietly approaching her father, Rocky, confiding in him about something that left her very uncomfortable.
And she said, "Dad, I felt pretty uncomfortable at school today. A teacher kind of touched me and it made me feel pretty uncomfortable."
Rocky's daughter says it happened as she was walking back to class from the restroom.
Mind you, this is not her teacher. She's never interacted with this teacher before. She was walking by his classroom. She was a little late because she had used the restroom. And so there's not very many students in the hallway. As she passed his door, he ended up reaching out of his door and grabbing her by the hips. And, he pulled her in close from the hips and knelt down, picked her up from around the waist and picked her all the way up into, back to chest. And then he could see him in the video leaning down, whispering in her ear as he walks into his classroom.
And what the child says the teacher whispered.
She said, he told her that, "Hey, you're a small one. Can I keep you?" And, that's basically all that I know was said, but it made her feel extremely uncomfortable. And, it's just downright unnecessary and unprofessional, in my opinion.
Rocky says the next morning he went straight to the school to talk to the principal.
She seemed very alarmed by the situation. It made us feel like she was on our side when it came to this, and told me there'd be a formal investigation done because it should have been caught on surveillance camera, and that we would hear back from them, within 1 to 2 days at the most, so we could get an answer about what's going to happen.
Almost a week went by, Rocky says, before the family heard anything. Even then, he had to call the school to get answers. In the meantime, their daughter struggled going back to class.
It's just super upsetting that, our kids are required to go somewhere and be protected. Like, that's what they say they'll do. And then knowing that my daughter was uncomfortable all day and weeks after, it's just so upsetting. And seeing her talk about it, she doesn't want to. She cries every time we talk about it.
Rocky says he pushed hard for answers, demanding to see the surveillance video, but he says he was told by the principal there was nothing to see.
She actually told me that there was nothing caught on camera whatsoever. That I don't know why you wanted the video, because from the angle we saw, there's nothing on the camera at all. And I didn't believe that for 1 second.
But he claims Beebe's superintendent, Zebulon Prothro, told him a different story.
And I asked him about the video, and he said that he actually seen the video with his own 2 eyes, and he described to me exactly what happened in the video and said there was actually a teacher witness as well.
Rocky filed a Freedom of Information Act requesting to see the video for himself. He says the district agreed, but on one condition.
They tried to get us to sign a piece of paper stating that once we see the footage and obtain the footage, that we won't be allowed to show anybody or talk about the situation. And I respectfully declined because I know that was well within my right to do so.
Do I have to legally sign this? I don't think I have to legally sign this.
Channel 7 News filing a Freedom of Information request. What we received, the teacher's personnel file and a single email. In that message, the teacher submitting a resignation, asking the district to treat it as a formal notice of retirement, effective September the 25th of 2025. But the parents say they've never been told how the case was resolved or what's being done to protect other children.
I was so uncomfortable for my daughter, seeing that a grown man was putting his hands on my daughter that has no idea who he is or never spoken to him. And I could just feel my blood boiling because I knew she was uncomfortable.
For this family, scars remain, and so do questions.
It just sucks, as it's hard to ever think that somebody could ever hurt something that you love unconditionally, and just makes me sad that I can't protect her all the time everywhere she goes.
We reached out to Beebe Public Schools about the allegations via FOIA. The parents still searching for answers or what measures, if any, are being taken to protect other children. For now, this family says their daughter is left with lasting trauma and they're left with questions. On your side, I'm Daniela DeHogany.